typical rainy. Rained a bunch yesterday. So we ended up not working in Independence, obviously. We actually went home later Thursday afternoon because a flash flood watches were already out. And I don't know how much it rained up there, but I think it rained a pretty good clip. So today, I'm back down here at Stockton with Dad. I think Dad's already here. I see the Ranger up there. It's a little greasy here. Chance of rain today. Of course, it's cloudy and gray skies. Typical nasty. I better put it in 4-wheel drive right now. A few little scragglers. We'll get up here and we'll fuel the skidder. Looks like Dad's already hit it back into the timber. Rocky old ground. I'm gonna try to make cattle pasture out of this. Oh, Dad's turning around. We'll get up here and we'll fuel up. I'll probably throw a saw on the skidder and we'll head back into the brush. I think Dad cut down here a little bit yesterday. He said he got pretty wet, which I figured he would. I didn't figure he'd even work as much as it was raining yesterday. I went and looked at some timber, then had to pick up my pintle hitch trailer. I had the hydraulic pump for the brakes. It went out, so I had to have it replaced. It was under warranty, so that way we can have brakes again, moving stuff. I don't like not having brake, especially on a new trailer. So, yeah, that's pretty wet. Pretty wet. Hopefully we don't get hung up here. Looks like their old dozer quit them. Looks pretty good here where they've got all this cleared out down this little draw here. Looks real good. Log deck's up there in front of us where you see the equipment. Just kind of doing some cleanup stuff today. I didn't really know what all we were going to try to get. We've cut a few up here along the edge and cut some stuff out of that. Dad, he's gonna cut these sycamore here real quick. Little sucker there leans pretty hard. Leans pretty hard. He's got his Ranger loaded down with his stuff, which it's just about maybe a 2-mile drive from Dad's house up here to this job site. So he just drives his Ranger up here. He likes cutting these sycamore. Got to go. There she goes. Oh, that wasn't no good. Had a bad spot in the middle. That was a hard leaning tree there. The reason he cut it so high, there's a cluster of them right there. You can kind of see there on the back side. There's another big one I'm sure he'll cut. Now this one on this side, you can almost see, maybe you can, maybe you can't, kind of some stuff going on with it running down the tree. I would say it runs a good chance of cutting bad too. Then you got that one there. It's kind of got some stuff going on down there at the base, which that little ditch kind of runs right through it right there. So that might be part of the problem. It might not be, I don't know. Sycamore, generally, they like water. Grow around where there's a lot of water. You just never know about them. We'll wheel over here, get this one grappled up, pull up here, ready for the next one. Well, there we go. Pretty good sized tree there. I never have liked having to cut trees up high like that, but sometimes, especially with sycamore, maple, and sometimes ash, it seems like you got to do it cutting creek bottoms or river bottoms. It's a pretty common deal to see them grow in clusters like that. Bad limb up there kind of worries me. Usually whenever you see stuff like that, you know there's probably something going on with the tree. Like I pointed out, this one right in there, it's got that bad spot. Of course the first one cut a little bad in the heart, so I'd say this one isn't far from coming down. Cut the back side of it now and let it go. Side here. Go. There she goes. Right on over, and she cut a little bad. She cut a little bad. Dad's going to cut another one right there. Hopefully it cuts pretty good. We've got these two. Take them out together. it had that bad limb in it. You can see how it kind of cut bad there in the bud. More times than not, those dead limbs coming out of those trees are just telltale signs. When we buy timber, those are the types of things we look for. You've got to be able to read the signs to buy timber properly, or you're going to lose a lot of money. This stuff here isn't so bad because it's such a big volume of timber. We're just cutting it on a share basis here. And a share basis is good. Timber does good, everybody does good. Timber does bad, we all take the hit. Dad's whittling away on this oak here. I got people that regularly watch the channel and the videos. You know, Dad's 75. He's been cutting timber full time on his own since he was 17. That's what his dad did. His dad passed away fairly early in Dad's life, and he cut timber with his dad too growing up. Had a couple brothers that, well, he had one brother that died fairly early too, but his older brother, my Uncle Denzel, he cut timber off and on a while. Dad had some uncles that cut timber most of their lives. Dad's always been a timber cutter. That's all he's ever done. That's all he wants to do now. You won't hardly ever see him on a skidder. I think I've only seen him on a skid steer one time. That's when he had to raise me in the boom up to cut a limb out of a tree, which I don't know who was more nervous, him or I. But he feels comfortable at home with one of those saws in his hands. And I enjoy the days that me and Dad get to cut together. But I guess this job's kind of winding down right here on this part of it before we move over to a different part. So we're just kind of cutting some stragglers today. Like I said, I enjoy watching Dad cut, and I still try to watch and learn as much as I can, even though I cut a lot of timber now. But 75, he still slings around. Just 661s now. But when I guess he switched over to the 661 about 3 or 4 years ago. Up until that, all we ran was 880s, and I've still got a bunch of 880s, and I still like to run one from time to time. And Dad cuts the way he cuts. Right? He ain't going to change. It's always worked well for him. You know, as involved as I try to be with the Missouri Forest Products Association, the Missouri Logging Council, I'm on the board on both of those. I don't know. I think sometimes he thinks it's silly that we do all this new stuff. You know, it is. And I enjoy it. I enjoy being a part of the MFPA and a part of the Missouri Logging Council. It's a great group of guys in Missouri, a great group of loggers. They strive to try to better the industry and promote sustainable forestry practices and try to be a good steward of the land. You know, and they try to promote the profession, and that's what I've tried to do. That's what I've been trying to do for a while with our YouTube channel, our social media outlets. You know, I just do YouTube because I enjoy it. I enjoy showing off what we do and show how we conduct business and harvest timber. I'm not trying to get 1 million subscribers. That don't mean much to me, obviously, because there's times I might go a week or so without posting a video. Dad's clipping some spurs. But it's in this day and age, you know, I really do think if you're logging in a state and you're not a member of your state logging association, I really think it's a good idea to join. They really do a lot of great things for the loggers. Some things you don't even realize. Like even here in Missouri, I didn't realize everything that the MFPA did for us before I joined. I really didn't. And, you know, getting to be a part of it now, with the MFPA, I'm on the Education and Technical Committee. And it is. It's great to be a part of things to try to improve forestry in the state of Missouri, to try to help everybody out. With the Missouri Logging Council, I'm on the board. It's just great to be a part of that and be with other like-minded individuals. You know, everybody sharing the same vision, for the most part anyway. Just kind of the same goals, a lot of them. I guarantee before the end of the day, before this video's up, you know, somebody will be ripping on my dad about not wearing a hard hat or chaps. And I honestly, I don't care. He never has. He never will. I'm on the log skidder and I wear my chaps. I feel naked if I go to work without my chaps anymore. Same with my bucket. Even if I'm not cutting, I still wear my stuff just because you get in the habit of it. And I didn't used to. I'll sure admit I didn't used to. And I don't ever rip on anybody. If they don't want to wear it, they don't want to wear it. I'm not the safety police. Man, you do what you want to do. It's the same thing. To me, it's the same as a seatbelt. Not everybody wears their seatbelt. You know, there's a lot of things like that. You know, brush twice a day. You know, some people don't brush their teeth twice a day, or floss, or mouthwash. I mean, we can go on and on about things that are similar. Just live and let live. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. Sure, Dad's got a good escape path here. See, it's starting to rock a little bit. There it goes. There she goes. That's a pretty good tree there. Pretty good tree. Let's fire this bad boy up, see if we can get it out. That'll be the next challenge. Pretty good log there. Well, that's all we're going to do today. Not too big of a day by any means, but it's always enjoyable to kind of spend Saturdays and Sundays working with Dad. Even though some days we don't get a lot done, I guess we get something done, and that's better than doing nothing, I guess. And Dad's actually driving on up this draw in the Ranger to look around, because we've about got everything cut up through there, and that's really why we're not doing too much else today, because kind of need to figure out our next plan of attack, so to speak. So tomorrow we're going to come down here and I'll go ahead and buck all these up, and we're going to try to get a few more out, Dad. So there's just a few more right on up in through there. So he said we can kind of finish that out tomorrow, just those 3 or 4. We'll get the rest of these, like I said, bucked and sorted. Job might be winding down. I thought there'd, of course, we've probably already cut, I don't know, 150,000 feet or better off this job. I guess kind of lose track of it after a while, because we just we work on it, then we'll go bang out another job and just kind of work on this one. And we've been cutting here since June, off and on, fairly steady. So I know there's still a big bunch of land over here we haven't been on yet, but I'm not real for sure what's there. So we'll get it figured out, come back tomorrow, get a few more out. Then Monday we'll be back up in Independence, Missouri, trying to get that job finished up. We're gonna do a little traveling next week, finish up in Independence, try to knock out a deal at Warrensburg. Then we got to go to Ottawa, Kansas to cut a couple jobs. So we'll be on the move next week cutting walnut. So spending the weekends at home cutting oak, it ain't such a bad deal. Ain't such a bad deal. Hey guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.